There we go, man. I think we good to go now. Right back at cheating. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, man, to the Smoke City MobCast. This is indeed Junior the Truth. Today's date is January 29th, 2020. The time is now 9:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. Really, truly appreciate you. Shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. Be sure to visit the website over at www.ldbcsports.com. Create a profile while you're over there, man. It is absolutely 100% free. When I say free, I'm talking about it's free, man. We are back. Apologies for the technical difficulties, man. I have absolutely no idea what's going on with my equipment, but that was totally on my end because I hear everybody and everything just fine right now. So, man, hey, they don't want us to get this funk off. That's what that is. They don't want us to get this funk off, man. But salute to everybody, man. Really, truly appreciate y'all as y'all come in, man. Y'all just come on in here, man. It was too much Jamaica funk. I Jamaica funk without the goddamn sound check. You feel me? My brother Abel, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. What's going on, baby?
Man, just chilling though, man. How about yourself?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Tell the people how they can follow you, family.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Y'all can find me here on YouTube, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast there too. Also, RIP to Kobe Bryant though too. Tomorrow we're gonna do part 2 of the tribute to Kobe Bryant series though, man. We're gonna chronologize the 3-peat, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. 9 p.m. Central Time, right after Junior the Truth's gentleman live stream.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate that. Really, truly appreciate that. My brother, Stormy B, man. Now I know I can hear you now. What's going on, bro?
Man, what's good with you, brother? What's good? I'm patient.
Me too, man. We ain't got nothing but time, man. Nothing but time. Tell the people how they can follow you, bro.
Man, we be wanting to slow that time down.
Mm-hmm.
Young brothers out there, you know, it's like hey, you get a certain age, you want time to slow down. You just want everything to slow down just a little bit so you can take it all in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody can follow me right here on YouTube, Stormy B, man. That's my channel moniker. That's what it is.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother, stay ready. Boxing. TV. I see you over there, sister boy. What's going on, family?
Hell yeah, you had that Jamaican funk playing, nigga. I had to go make me a motherfucking cup. It was only right. I pulled up some WL on y'all ass.
Ooh, wee. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Tell the people how they can follow you, bro.
Man, y'all can follow me right here on Stay Ready Boxing TV. All social media platforms, Stay Ready Boxing TV. And you know what I'm saying? It's going down like that old lady on the Life Alert commercial.
Oh, man. I'm falling and I can't get up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Hey, man. Shit, we in here now. Shit, fuck it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to go ahead on, man, and get to my favorite part of all of the broadcast, man. We got to get in here and get love to people who get love to us, man. You feel me? Like if anything less would be uncivilized. Salute the Fogborn over on the mobile app, man. That's FOG Boxing Talk Plus, man. We see you, family. We really truly appreciate you. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, I fucked y'all up with this one. I done fucked y'all up with this one. It's cool. Phil J508, I mean. Salute. St. Cruising. My OG, we back. D McGee, what's up, baby? KO. What's happening? Mississippi King, yes indeed. Omega Red, what's happening? Stormy B Man doubling up. Renee Box Young, Eugene Williams, Tay Brown in here with the midgets. Oh, we salute the O'Shea Duke Jackson in the super chat, man. Salute, family. We really truly appreciate you, man. You feel me? Let me see. JC in the building, yes sir. KO in the building. Ron Finkley in the building, yes indeed. Mr. Shelton in the building. The Black Banner in the building. Reef the Washer in the building. Corey Yellowman Jackson in the building. You feel me? Ned Tafati, the Quiet Assassin in the building. Crush the Legend in the building. OG Ron Finkley in the building. The homie, my ace in the hole, Jay Good in the building. Man, Dead Gang Boxing in the building. Talib Cunningham in the building. P Money in the building. You feel me? Man, let me see. We got Renee Boxing, Ron, P Money. I think we good to go. Carl Handy in the building over on the app. I see you, family. Yes, indeed. Salute, man. We got to let that cook for a second, though. Oh, we got to let that cook. Tay said, Midget Gang. Yes, indeed. Salute to Shawnee on the track. Oh, fuck it. We already late, so we might as well enjoy it. Fuck it. Man. That motherfucker blacked out on this one. And anybody else over there watching and stalking and campaigning under the Incognito Act, if you want to be recognized, you better slide your ass up here to the front, goddammit. Guess not. I guess it's over with for you then. Hey, we can't get y'all. We can't. Hey. Nah, man, cut the shit. I ain't gonna give y'all too much. Man. My brother Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, man. We had to return to Jared Hurd this weekend, man. Talk to me, man. Give me your thoughts on the return of Jared Hurd. How did he look, man? And what do you expect from him moving forward?
Well, first and foremost, though, to RIP to the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, and his daughter, Gianna. You know, salute to them, though, man, as they rest comfortably in heaven. Okay, so now to answer your question, I think to me, Jared Hurd, did okay. I think he didn't look too bad at all, but I think that he's trying to be somebody that he's not right now. He tried to perfect the Philly shell defense, and he just didn't look comfortable doing that. So I don't know. Listen, man, Jared Hurd's got a lot of work to do to really, rebuild himself again. Now, can he win a couple of fights? Yes. Do I think he could probably win? He could win maybe a championship belt? Yeah. But do I think he could beat the guys like the Charlos, like the Julian Williams right now, even though Julian Williams just lost? No, I don't. I don't think he could beat those guys at this point right now. I mean, listen, how old is Jared Hurd at this point right now?
I don't know. What is he, like 27, 28, I thought?
Maybe. Let me check it out real quick. Because I thought he was a bit younger than that though. Okay, he's 29.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's really hard to really change your style, your complete style to what you're used to at this particular point. Now, if he were a prospect, I'd say he probably have a good chance of surviving a little bit longer. But I don't know. I think his performance was a mixed bag to me. I mean, he did okay, but I just think he still needs more. He still needs more improvement for me to be convinced that he's going to come back and win another championship again. Because I'm just not sold on it. If you ask me a grade, I give him probably to be nice. I'll give him a C.
Just this. Okay. There we go. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to commemorate the end with a bell. I'm going to commemorate the ending with a bell. And I had to break out the shot clock on you motherfuckers, man. I had to break the round clock. I'll call that. And I'm going to try to keep, for everybody in the chat, I'm going to do something a little bit new. I'm going to try to keep everybody's comments down to about 2 minutes. Salute to Armand Rice over on the actual mobile app. Salute, family. But I'm gonna try to keep everybody's comments down to 2 minutes, just so that we can keep this thing moving, man, so that we can get through the actual content of the show. Same question to my brother Stormy B, man. We saw the return of Jared Hurd, Swift Jared Hurd. What are your thoughts on his comeback, and where does he go from here?
My thoughts are very few. Jared looked terrible. If he thought he was, making changes, he looked like a guy that was caught between styles. He looked like a guy that was caught between his approach, his thought patterns. I think they need to just try to add to what he already brings to the table. Don't try to change what he's done, because they're going to mix this guy up and he'll get in there against quality and he'll end up in trouble. But I didn't like his performance. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast was right. It's probably a C performance, especially since he's a former champion. And the guy that he was in there was put in there for him to do well against and everything. And he still went the distance. Didn't look like he could take the guy out, even if he wanted to, because he was caught in between. And that's a dangerous spot. He needs another fight right away, and he doesn't need to sit back. He needs to get active. That's what he needs. Now, if he fights a series of guys like this who provide something offensively, defensively, things like that, give him something instantaneously to work on while being active, he can turn the corner. But if he has a 6 to 8 month layoff after this, oh man, he's going to set himself back tremendously.
You know what I mean? We commemorate that thing with a bell. You feel me? We commemorate that thing with a bell. My brother stay ready, man. Same exact thing, man. So we saw the return of J Rock. I mean not J Rock, of Jared Swift, Jared Hurd. Give me your thoughts on his return, man, and what's next for him.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. Jared Hurd, him and Coach K had a game plan. They came in there and they did what they told us they was gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to implement some defensive things, be more responsible on defense. It's still a learning curve, y'all. You know, just like whenever you come in and you try to start doing new things, you know, you're gonna have your ups and downs. But you know, one thing I gotta say that I didn't like was the opponent that you was facing. I understand that you was training and you was learning a new style and you was doing different things, but you was supposed to have him out of here. You was supposed to have him up out of there a long time ago. After you did what you did in the first few rounds and you started feeling yourself gassing out, you went back to the old Jared Hurd instead of just going in there and trying to get a knockout and just impressing the fight. That's what you should have did. You started gassing out because you used so much energy trying to be a defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should have did, but he didn't. And I can see everybody else giving him a C and all that. I give him a D plus. That's fine. He looked good in the first 2 rounds as far as his defense, but then that shit went away and he started getting hit. So it's gonna take at least about 2 to 3 more fights to actually to do what you really was trying to do. I don't see it right now. And if you think you're gonna go in there with another fight with J Rock or Jamel Charlo or Rosario or Brandon Castano or Eric Alara, you're gonna get beat up.
Damn.
And that's just what that is.
Damn. Damn. Well, I all right, man. I see a little bit different. I see it a little bit different. It's kind of a combination of what everybody said, honestly speaking. I think that I agree with Stormy B-Man. In fact, I haven't even thought about what he said. I agree 100% though. Jared needs to go in there with an immediate matchup quick. He needs a quick turnaround for the next fight. I think that I won't say he looked his best, you know what I mean? But just like Stormy said, I think he's caught in between styles. I think that and one of the brothers just said, I think it was the main event, Mark just said, Rome wasn't built in a day. I think that was him that said that. Rome wasn't built in a day in the chat room. And I actually agree, man. I think that I saw different things from him that I have not seen before. I saw him move his head and not keep his head on the straight line. I saw him not work forward. I saw him work on moving backwards. I saw him work on boxing. I saw him with a jab early. It wasn't a convicting jab for someone his size in his weight class. You know what I'm saying? I would expect him to have a jab more damaging. I would expect for him with his size. I would expect for him to have like, you know, a Charlo-esque jab, a Tony Harrison-esque jab. I would expect him to be able to jab and get a motherfucker up off of him. But I thought that he looked okay, especially early. I was impressed with his moving backwards. I was impressed with his constant motion. I was impressed with him using his feet to get out of trouble. He definitely used his feet to get out of trouble. And he did, I thought, a decent job of maintaining the space early. Similar to what you guys said, you know, when you putter out of gas, that's when all the bets are off, and we started seeing something else. The regular, he started morphing back into Jared Hurd. But I thought that he looked good. I would like Stormy B-Man said, I would love to see him in another fight or 2 or 3 before he goes on and takes on the elite level competition, man. And that's just that. I'm gonna have to stop myself with that 2 minute at the 2 minute mark, man, and so we can keep this thing moving. I'm gonna go to my brother Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. We're gonna go to Danny Garcia, man. We saw the return of Danny Garcia in there with his against Ivan Redcatch, an opponent that they stole from Adrian the Problem Broner. Tell me, man, give me your thoughts on that fight.
What What can I say about Danny Garcia? What can I say? Well, he looked amazing. He looked magnificent. Bullshit. Bro, look, let me put it like this though, man. Let me put it like this. Danny Garcia, did what he had to do and he won the fight. But let's be real here. He didn't look that impressive to me, though. He did not look that impressive to me. Look, if he thinks that he's going to get in there and beat an Earl Spence Jr. fighting like that, please. Him and his father are probably smoking something. I don't know what it is, but you know what though, man? Just keep smoking that thing because it's making y'all delusional. Because the fact is, Danny Garcia, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to say it right here in the chat. His entire resume and what he's done is completely overrated. And when he gets into the ring with Earl Spence Jr., he's going to be in for a rude awakening, and it's going to be nothing but brutal punishment. And I don't think a knockout is going to be suffice. I think Earl Spence, if he gets his hands on Danny Garcia, he's going to try to punish that boy. And it won't be pretty. Trust me when I tell you.
Damn. Say that shit ain't gonna be pretty. Yeesh. And it won't be pretty. Man. Stormy B, man, my brother. We got the return of Danny Garcia, man. Give me your thoughts on Danny's return and what's next for him.
I think that Danny is going to be soon out the pastures too. It's funny that this guy, he comes out of his hiatus, right? And he comes back and he's fighting. But I don't believe that Danny's heart is in the sport anymore. And he's right for somebody to take him. I was pulling for Redcock only because I know this about Danny. And the thing about it is, Danny couldn't finish the guy. The guy was not as strong as he could have done some things tactically to take Redcock out, but he wasn't even capable of doing that. He said he lost 24 pounds or whatever going into this camp, to make weight for this fight. It may have been more than that. Because when they tell you what they lost, that could be a lie. You understand? So you have to look at his performance. It was poor. If he were in there against Earl Spence, he would have got knocked out. If he was in there against Manny Pacquiao, he could have gotten beaten or knocked out, or any other top guys. I don't think Danny's heart is in it anymore. The last real good fight he had that I think he had was against Guerrero. That was another weight down. That's a long time. And don't forget, he lost to Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. And what has he done since then? So beat up a overweight Brandon Rios, a disinterested Brandon Rios, and then he was so much bigger than Granados. So Danny is just looking to cash out. I think he's checked out mentally a while back. But see, these are the type of things that other trainers and fighters are supposed to see and be ready for, and to take advantage of the opportunities. And Red Hatch and Shane Mosley's dad, they weren't on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sheesh, man. Sheesh. My brother, stay ready, man. Talk to me, man. So we had to return. Oh man, where'd you go?
I don't know.
There you go. We had the return of Danny Garcia, man. He said, I don't know. Talk to me, man, about Danny Garcia, man, and your thoughts.
To be honest with you, Danny just sat there and and should have got dude out of there, but he didn't. And then gonna say in the after fight press conference, I got my rounds in. You didn't need to get your rounds in. You needed to get him the fuck up out of there. You look, I almost washed. I heard your dad getting on you, telling you what you to do, but you wasn't doing. That no look left was damn near non-existent in that fight. The straight right, you should have threw more. When you were throwing combos, all you had to do was finish off with that straight right. You could have got him out of there. I saw his knees buckle too many times. You wasn't finishing the job, putting those combos together. If that's how Danny gonna look against Manny Pacquiao, You out of there.
Mm.
I don't even though it was a boring ass fight, bro. That shit right there, man, that wasn't no TV fight. That was an undercard fight. And I remember the first fight to come on the fight that you watch. That should have been on something like, hell, Mayo versus Cotto in the first fight. Like, for real. Nobody want to watch no bullshit like that. I'm not saying it ain't no fight. It's boxing. That's what I watch. But shit, as far as the main card, man, come on. And I understand that was an Earl Spence replacement. So you're not going to get nobody that you got a chance to lose to. Cool. But if that's the case, that person right there, you should have got up out of here. If y'all go back and watch that John Molina fight, that Red Cat had, and y'all watch how John Molina breaks off of Ivan Red Cat, it's no way. And this is not even a prime John Molina Jr. This is been knocked out a few times prime John Molina Jr. That should have been. Ain't no way Danny shouldn't have got this dude up out of there, man. No way. Danny's a better fighter and got more power.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Hey, y'all, it's difficult, man. Y'all, shit, man. It's a difficult crowd in here, man. Difficult crowd. 503 Lion, my brother. What's good, family? Can you hear me, bro? You on mute?
Yeah, what's good with it? Ohio player, man, rolling up the wood, man. You understand me? It's all good, man. This your boy B-Day Weekend, man. You can follow me, man. 503 Line, you understand me? I go live at 5 every day. You understand me? Follow me on Instagram too, man. Smoke City MobCast, man. You know, just like the title of the goddamn channel on Instagram, man. Let's get my followers up over there too. I'm almost to 1,000 over there too. Your boy been putting in that work, man. Just doing what it do, man. Gotta keep on pushing, baby.
Yes, indeed. So talk to me, man. We had to return to Danny Garcia, man. Hold on. Did you tell people how to follow you? You said that, didn't you? You covered that.
Yeah, right here on YouTube, man. 503 Line, man. I go live at 5 every day, man. Central Time, bro. Yes, sir.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, talk to me about the return of Danny Garcia, man, and what's next for him.
Oh man, I'm not gonna give Danny too much flack, man, but I didn't really like his performance, cause I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I kind of fell asleep watching the fight, man. It was a snooze fest. I hate to get that whole Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, his props, man, but he was absolutely right on this one, man. It was really a boring fight, but you know, it's like I say, man, this was a replacement fight. You know, Danny Garcia was supposed to fight Earl. You know what I'm saying? But you know what happened. You know what I'm saying? We all know what happened or whatever, man. But I still think that Danny didn't he didn't get up for this fight, man. And just because, you know, this is a last minute no name opponent or whatever you want to call it, man, I think you should start respecting the fans a little bit more in the sport a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Or your ass could have been out here looking like J-Rock. You understand me? 2.0 in this bitch. You understand? So, or Holiday Heart. You know what I'm saying? So, he got away with this one, man. But what's next for Danny, man? Honestly, man, it's either gonna be an Earl Spence fight or a Pacquiao fight at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I see Danny really wanting, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't ran his course, bro, because he not finna fight Sean Porter or Keith Thurman again. So it's either Pacquiao or Earl Spence, man. And that's my thoughts, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. Jeez, Louise, bro. All right, man. Salute to the homie Ron Finkley in the super chat. He says $2 for Danny's shoes. You feel me? $2 for Danny's shoes. Salute to the homie BFTB boxing, and he's in the chat, holding down the chat, man. We see you, family. And salute to Shakita, aka Takita. We see you in the building, girl. You feel me? Man, I'm gonna say this, man. Let me start the time. You feel me? My fault. I'm gonna say this. Danny Garcia, I just listen to what people say when they talk. You feel me? And Danny said something along the lines of having to lose, what was it, 20 plus pounds? I think 20 plus 25 pounds. If he indeed had to lose like 25 pounds, then he had to lose like 20% of his body weight. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's only 147. So if he's only 147 and had to lose 25 pounds, then you talking about 20%, down near 20%. It's really like 18%, I believe it is, of his body weight. You feel me? But he had to do that. That's so basically that equates to damn near a fat camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's no wonder he came in and he looked kind of depleted and he couldn't get Red Catch out of there. You feel me? What that does say though, similar to what my brother Stormy B-Man said, was that he's not taking the fight game serious. He's looking to get a cash out. I think he's just waiting on that pay-per-view to get a cash out. Now, this is what I think. I think with him coming up on a fight versus either Errol Spence Jr. or Manny Pacquiao, I believe that Danny Garcia just feels entitled. He thinks that he is entitled to those fights because he's been around, because he stayed loyal to the PBC or whatever the case may be. When I look at Danny Garcia right now, I see a sense of entitlement. Period. I think he is an entitled little prick who is not taking the sport serious at this time, man. I just don't. I think a fight versus Errol Spence is just a cash out. I think a fight versus Manny Pacquiao is just a cash out because I see Manny Pacquiao, I see Errol Spence, I see Sean Porter, all of those dudes stopping this Danny Garcia, bro. I see them all stopping this Danny Garcia. He should have put down a demo and went and climbed on top of the turnbuckle and waited for Errol Spence. Ring the bell on my damn self. That's how I see it. Man, so let me go back. I'm gonna go back to you, 503 Lion. So 503 Lion, I got a question for you. So we saw that Demetrius Andrade he re-signed with the Zone, and he has a fight coming up this weekend versus one of these limbs. Walsh is a
Lukey, Soupy, bro.
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Luke. I'm your father, Luke.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Demetrius Andrade? And are we ever gonna get something out of Demetrius Andrade?
What'd you say, bro? Run it back for me.
I'm sorry. I said, what are your thoughts on this fight coming up for Andrade? And then are we ever going to get something great out of Andrade during his career?
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. I can't say, man. You never know what you gonna get with Eddie Hearn, man. I can't even much lie to you. I don't know what we gonna get. Something great. I don't know, man. I want something. See, and this is the thing. See, a lot of people think I'm hating on Andrade, or you know what I'm saying. I don't want to see him do good. I want to see the brother get some good fights. You know what I'm saying. I actually want to see him in Charlo next, man, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm pushing for. And that's my agenda and my motive at the end of the day. I can't come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? But this fight right here, bro, is a cherry pick. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting a lower level guy. I don't even think this dude has 10 knockouts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is Luke Keeler? This is a dude that Eddie K went and found over there in the UK, bro. Like 78 said it best. We can't take a nigga named Luke serious, man. We can't. You know what I'm saying? And you can't compare Luke Keeler to anybody on fucking Charlo resume right now, bro. Since he has moved up to 160, he has fought the better competition. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said yesterday, man, I want to see this fight, bro. I want to see Charlo and Andrade, man. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn, make the fight, bro. PBC Lions on Promotions, make the fight, man. And that's all I got, bro.
Jeez. I mean, shit. God damn, that warrant. Let me ring a bell. That warrant a bell ring. That motherfucker came far. Hey, he went out busting. That's the shit I want to go out to. Hey, man, let me preface this. Stay ready before, because I'm gonna bring you the same question. But let me preface this. Stay ready.
All right.
During the Punch Junkie Morning Show this morning, I actually dug in and I looked at Demetrius Andrade's resume in comparison to Vanez Monterosa's resume, and Vanez Monterosa's resume is like 2, 3, 4 times more impressive than Demetrius Andrade's resume. Just want to put that out there. What are your thoughts on this upcoming fight with Demetrius Andrade, and are we ever going to see anything great from him?
Well, let me start off by saying the only name since he's been to 160 that's even worth speaking of is Max Selecki. Bro, he fought Conte Kente. He fought Akavalv. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And now he's for the fight Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Blue Healer. That's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him Blue Healer. Um, as far as resumes, you're right. Vanas Matarosa has fought better competition, and that's even with Boo Boo on his resume when they fought at 154. It's crazy to say, and now he's for the fight a Luke Killer. That I'm not saying that this is that Luke is a bad fighter. For Luke, this is a great step up fight for him, and he's finally getting a championship opportunity. I'm glad for Luke. For Demetrius Andrade, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Because Eddie came out and showed receipts of y'all sending Charlo contract, right? But Steven Espinosa also came out and said they sent Demetrius Andrade a lucrative deal to come over to Showtime. And Eddie Hearn said he'll send him over to Showtime, but Steven Espinosa said they sent him a deal over that they did. And then he re-signed with Metro and the Zone. So I'm getting conflicted reports because you're saying you're sending people stuff, but why are you sending it through Instagram and on emails when you sat there and said you don't want to get that from Deontay Wilder? So I'm really confused. When you can have a fight like that because why Charlo don't got a fight right now. They should announce a fight, but as of right now, ain't nothing been announced. Send them a good deal and make it happen. You could have had this fight instead of what you fight now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Just saying, I'm gonna sip my drink on that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother Stormy B, man, same question, man. So we got the fight versus Andrade. Wookie Wook. I see you in there on the mobile app. Salute, family. I see, excuse me, we have the fight with Andrade. What are your thoughts on this fight? And are we going to see anything impressive from Andrade during his career?
Fuck no.
Damn.
You ain't gonna see nothing. You ain't gonna see nothing impressive from him because he's been a professional fighter for 10 years now. You have seen his career.
It's like 12, I think.
Well, give or take 2. Hey, listen, he done. What you've seen is what you're gonna get from him. And don't be mad because I did just, what was it, earlier today? I did a video. I talked about this. You know, the Chicago Bears had a quarterback that they got from Denver, Jay Cutler, and they talked about his potential from the day he got here till he finally retired, and he never improved from beyond potential. Andrade is the same. Everything you've seen of him is what he can do, what he's capable of, and everything else, but he has not stepped up to the plate of opportunity or challenge. He is comfortable in his skin, and his skin is very thin. So he's not willing to go out and compete and contest against that which can define who he is. See, he'll rather back his way into the end of his career and maybe not get hurt, not look bad or whatever, and he's content with that. You got people like that in today's times. That's what's so despicable about the sport, that you have so much of this going on. And you got people, oh, he just, all he got to do. Why hasn't he done it? There have been opportunities. He's passed them up. He's let them pass him by. He's let them step over him, and he's walked away from them. Fuck that dude. You better start looking at the other guys that are coming up fast because he's done. What you've seen of him is the best of him. There will be people out there that don't like hearing that, but you got to face the facts.
Damn. Shit, damn. I'll definitely ring the bell on that one, man. I don't have a problem ringing that bell because goodness gracious, Big Bro said, hey, fuck dude. Man, Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Talk to me, man. Is there a heart in the house tonight, man? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Boo Boo Andrade, man. What's your thoughts on this fight? And are we gonna see anything great from him?
You may want to bring the bell for TKO because the fact is, I actually agree with Stormy B, man. But I'm gonna take it to another level. Okay. The bottom line is this: Demetrius Andrade, yes, he's been ducked many times in his career. But let's ask ourselves this question. has he ever put himself in a position where he could put himself to make a case to where he can get one of those fights at 154? The answer is no. The bottom line is people keep talking about how talented he is, but we not see him showcase that kind of talent. He never put himself in an opportunity to basically showcase what he could do when given in an adverse situation. Okay? I mean, put it like this. He reminds me of another overhyped job named, remember the big dog Glenn Robinson? Remember him, Stormy B? Remember Junior?
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of. A guy that he was so dominant at that level. But when he got into the NBA, we never saw that level when he came out of Purdue. Okay? Now, when the guys drafted after him, Jason Kidd, Grant Hill, succeeded far beyond what Glenn Robinson did. And those guys right now are Jamil Charlo, and also, I hate to say it, even Jared Hurd is succeeded what Demetrius Andrade could not do. You understand? The bottom line is this. And just like what BFTV just said just now, then he pulled out of the Charlo fight. There you go. He certainly did. When Charlo was looking for that smoke with Demetrius Andrade, what did he do? He turned the other way. All right? That's just is what it is. Demetrius Andrade, yes, you were ducked many times, bro, but you got to look to yourself in the mirror. Did you really try hard enough to get those fights? The answer is no. And I don't feel sorry for you. You want to stick with Eddie Hearn? You want to kiss his ass at every single turn? Be my guest. But just remember one thing. Nobody's going to support you no more. You know, we gave you pass after pass after pass, but it's over, bro. The writing's on the wall with Demetrius Andrade. There's nothing that I could say right now that I'm going to defend this guy because it's nothing to defend him for.
Damn. Man, nobody believes in Boo Boo Andrade. I'm gonna say this. I said it earlier in the Smoke City, man, and it's just gonna be what it is. Demetrius Andrade, man, I think is one of those guys that it really truly, I think is not in him. I think he's at this juncture, I think he's really truly full-fledged, giving up on being one of the greats, and probably he's just chasing his bag, trying to recover from the money that he got swindled out of by Rock Nation. And I think that's just pretty much what it is, man. I'm not sure if Demetrius Andrade wants those fights or not, man. But I think similar to what Stormy B-Man said, Demetrius Andrade's career started in 2008. We are officially in the year 2020. Demetrius Andrade's career has stretched over the span of 12 years. And we still have yet to have one memorable fight from him. You know what I'm saying? And with who was it? Matt Selecki being the one person that we can, and Willie Nelson for me, because Willie Nelson is from Ohio. That's it. And then, like I said in the Punch Junkie morning show this morning, when you look at Vanez Monterosa has fought Triple G, Erislandy Lara, Ishe Smith, Jermell Charlo, Willie Nelson, and Demetrius Andrade. And he fought Erislandy Lara twice. Excuse me. Monterosa has an incredibly better resume than Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, and I think that Boo Boo's resume is just that, man. It's Boo Boo, and I think he's comfortable with it. I think he's absolutely 100% fine with it, and I do not see anything changing. I don't see anything changing in his countenance. I don't see anything changing with his mannerisms or none of that kind of stuff. And his window is closing for his prime. He's fucked off his own prime on essentially nothing, man. You know, inactivity and light touches for whatever reasons, whether it's promotional decisions or network decisions or whatever. So that's just pretty much it, man. So let's move on. I'm gonna go back to you, Stormy B, man, and I have a question for you. We have JoJo Diaz versus Tevin Farmer this weekend. Tevin Farmer is Ashley Corner and my new favorite fighter. Ashley and I, we've talked behind the scenes, and we agree that Tevin Farmer is our new favorite fighter. Give me your thoughts on this fight, man. JoJo Diaz versus Tevin Farmer for the IBF championship. Before you do that, I'm sorry. Salute to Blood Boxing, aka Retro Boxing and Documentaries, aka Mr. Sweet Black Pussy himself. He says Andrade still fights. Is he putting his bubblegum belt on the undercard to them YouTubers again? That YouTube champ is the real champ. Go Paul Logan. Yes, indeed. Go ahead, talk to me, man. Give me your thoughts on Tevin Farmer versus JoJo Diaz.
Oh, a classic boxer against an aggressive fighter matchup. This is what we need to see. All jokes aside that people made about Tevin Farmer and his appearance and stuff like that, this young man can box. And the thing is, he turned a career that was going south around and became a champion, which blows out the notion about Floyd Mayweather. You got to have an oath to be a person out here to do anything in the sport. People can use him as a model for having suffered setbacks and then still being able to have something accomplishing worthwhile in your career. Now, that being said, this is also an underscored a grudge match between these two guys, which should even make it a bit better, because Tevin should be really on as far as his focus. He wants to beat this guy. He wants to beat this guy ass, and this guy wants to beat his ass. I like Tevin Farmer. I like his boxing skills. I wish he had a little bit of more pop in his punch, but sometimes all that takes is a little bit of tweaking your technique and setting down on your punches. I don't know that he may want to set down in this fight, but he might want to put himself in position to land certain types of shot to gain respect. And being a southpaw, he already has a built-in advantage. He has to capitalize on it. But I like his footwork. I like his hand speed. Tevin Farmer is a good fighter. I was actually going to go with him if he was going to fight Tank Davis. So it's like I like what he brings to the table. I think this is going to be the fight of the night and should be the main event.
Yes, indeed. You already know I got to ring the bell on that one, man. I have got to ring the bell on that one right there. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. My brother, stay ready, man. Talk to me, man. JoJo Diaz versus the great Tevin Farmer, man. Give me your thoughts on the fight, bro.
I got Tevin Farmer in a split decision. I had it ahead of time, and I'm gonna keep my pick. I'm not changing. I think it's gonna be a dogfight. I really do, and I think the reason Tevin's gonna win is because I don't think JoJo Diaz is gonna be able to hit, to hit him fleshly. He's gonna be able to move on JoJo. It's gonna be almost the same outcome as when JoJo lost to Gary Russell. Gary Russell was faster, and Tevin Farmer was able to move on his feet a little bit better than Gary Russell. So I think that's what's gonna win the fight.
Just like that.
Just like that. It ain't nothing much to go on. I mean, it ain't nothing much more to say. Tevin Farmer's gonna win this fight. I'm telling y'all right now. Nothing against JoJo. JoJo's a good fighter, but Tevin Farmer gonna come in here and come in there with us and win with a split decision or a majority decision. Either way, he gonna come out with the victory. Ain't gonna be no knockouts in this fight.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. That's another vote for the great Tevin Farmer. Ashley's Corner. You hear me? The great Tevin Farmer. My brother 503 Lion, man. Talk to me, man. We got the great Tevin Farmer, man, versus JoJo Diaz. Give me your thoughts on this fight, bro.
Oh man, I got Mr. Never Too Late, Tevin Farmer, man. I've been back and forth about this one, man, all week, man. But I think Mr. Gary Russell Jr. put out a good demo tape on how to beat JoJo Diaz, you know what I'm saying? And I think Tevin is gonna have to box, man. He's gonna have to not get in exchanges with this guy. He's gonna have to counter punch, you know what I'm saying? But the first thing that he must be ready for is a good, tough, physical 12 rounds. He must be in top tip-top shape, conditioning, strength and conditioning must be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because if he slips up and gas out, bro, or gets tired in any of these rounds, man, JoJo Diaz is gonna be on his gonna be on him. You know what I'm saying? But I think Tevin Foreman gonna pull it out, man. Split decision for the homie, man. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm glad Tevin Foreman is finally getting a step up fight, man. It's never too late. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real. Tevin Foreman is the breathing testimony for that shit, man. He turned his career around. So how can you not rock with a nigga like Tevin Foreman? You know what I'm saying? I like his story, man. He ain't really been fighting no good competitions, but he finally got him one. So we're gonna support it, man. And that's how I rock it, man. Tevin Foreman by split decision, bro.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, man. We need to hear from you on this one, man. Talk to me. Give me your thoughts on the great Tevin Farmer, man, versus JoJo Diaz.
The jokes aside, what I really respect about Tevin Farmer is that he's a guy that has high belief in himself, and even when even after a loss, he's the kind of guy that you could look at and say, you know what, the undefeated record doesn't matter, because if he can come back, and work hard, improve his craft, then I can make a good comeback story. And this is what really Tevin Farmer has become now. Now, the problem I have with Tevin Farmer is that he doesn't have enough pop in his punches, though. But if he takes a chance to sit on the punches against Diaz, he might get him out of there. But I don't see that to be the case. This is going to be a good, chess match that it might turn into a bit of a brawl there if it gets to that point. But in all honesty, I'm going to take Tevin Farmer by close split decision victory there. I think he's going to go home with the IBF crown.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I guess I'll go. I'll say that first of all, salute to JoJo Diaz and Tevin Farmer for making this fight. Salute to Tevin Farmer, the great Tevin Farmer. I am pulling 100% for Tevin Farmer. I believe that Tevin Farmer is indeed going to win this fight by unanimous decision, man. I think he's going to totally 100% outclass, outbox, outwill, out everything JoJo Diaz. I think the only thing that JoJo Diaz is going to do more than Tevin Farmer is come forward. I think Tevin Farmer is going to make JoJo Diaz look like he has absolutely no business being in the ring with him. That's how I see it going. I think that Tevin Farmer, I'm not ready to call him a masterclass boxer as of yet, but I think he is very crafty. I think he's very slick, and I think he is similar to other fighters. He is constantly improving. So hopefully he can win this fight, and we can stop seeing this motherfucker on Thursdays and Fridays and Sunday after communion in church and every other day except for in that Saturday night time slot, because I feel at this juncture that Tevin Farmer is definitely a main event fighter. I think that he not only is a champion, he's a main event fighter, and he is currently probably one of the most valuable entities that Eddie Hearn has, and I want Eddie Hearn to begin to treat him as such. He is a champion. He has a proven story. He's actually a good fighter. I'm not ready to call him great as of yet. He's actually a very, very good fighter, and he's actually the goods, not no made up shit. You understand what I'm saying? So he can stop fighting behind YouTubers on YouTubers undercards and on Thursdays, and after you leave the happy hour and all that bullshit, and we can start seeing him in the Saturday night time slots. I got Tevin Farmer by unanimous decision, and I want to see Tevin Farmer versus Mr. Gary Russell Jr. next. Then, now, let me come back to Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Excuse me. So, I got just a very, very specific question for you. We see that this man is doing something different with, when I say this man, I'm talking about Greasy Eddie Hearn, the topic of the MobCast, Greasy Eddie. He's doing something different with this Thursday night, and not only is it Thursday night, but it's Super Bowl weekend in Miami. He's having a fight card in the same city as the Super Bowl. Do you think Greasy Eddie Hearn has something brewing over there at Mushroom Boxing? Go ahead, Mahari Nation. Did you leave?
Yo, what's up?
Go ahead. Did you hear my question?
No, I just came back. What's up?
You motherfucker, listen. We seen Eddie Hearn, Greasy Eddie Hearn, and he actually had he's having the fight card Thursday, Super Bowl week in the same city as the Super Bowl. Does he have something good going on there at Mushroom Boxing with this event, or is this just something else he just gonna fuck off?
Hey, first of all, there, Junior, don't call me no motherfucker though, man. Come on, I had the things to take care of though, bro. So come on, man. I love you, Junior, though, bro. But I gotta keep you in line sometimes. But I'm
over there taking a shit. You standing there with, don't be standing there with your goddamn pants around your ankles, man. I ain't on that retreating shit, man. You understand what I'm saying? If you need me to go to somebody else,
now,
go finish shitting and wipe your ass now.
God, Junior, you just driving me crazy. Okay, let me answer the question though. Okay, let me ask you this: does anybody in their right mind is gonna watch any type of boxing during Super Bowl week? I know you don't watch the Super Bowl, and I understand why. Now, do we care about anything that Eddie Hearn does during Super Bowl week? No, we don't. You know why? Because the fact is, we are going to be more concerned about two things. One, when the Lakers get back into town again, when they play against the Blazers Friday night to pay respects to Kobe, R.I.P. Number two, the Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event in America. Do we even care what Eddie Hearn is trying to push? Because the last time I checked, he said, and quote, that the UK is the best boxing market a couple of years ago. Why is it that now you can't have any fights in the UK at this point? Because everybody in the UK know what time it is. You understand? So at the end of the day, though, man, I don't care what Eddie Hearn does, because no casual fan is going to care what kind of card Eddie Hearn is going to provide, because he doesn't have any big names to basically put an attraction to anything. And it's the wrong time to do it, because nobody's going to care, because they're all going to plan about who's going to win the Super Bowl. What's the bet? What's the wager on it? You know what I mean? Those kind of things. So, it is what it is, but I won't care too much about it, because, Demetrius Andrade knew what he was getting himself into. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. And by the way, on the side note too, this is for you, Junior. The love below starts talking to you. Yeah, that's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, man, that's what I used to play for my hoes, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's Gerald A. Levert for you, my friend.
That ain't Gerald Levert, man. That's Andre 3000, bro. We dealing with a cultural difference, man. I'm gonna bring you up to speed though, bro. That's Andre 3000, bro. He had a song called Love Below. Gerald, yeah, it's all good, man. You getting there though, man. You getting close, man. You getting close. We're gonna bring you together. Play that Love Below for Tay Brown, man, and snatch them midgets out and go to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you play that though, you gotta go put your hand between the thighs, man, and you gotta kiss her on the lips. The lips between her hips. Hey man, so 503 line, man. My brother 503. So Eddie Hearn, 503 there? God damn. 503, you there?
Yeah, my bad, bro. That's my little girl in the tub and shit, man.
Okay, what's up, baby? What's up?
Let me get up out here. I gotta go back to the man cave.
What'd you say?
My bad.
You good? Oh, damn.
Go ahead, family. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got this boy Eddie Hearn having this fight during Super Bowl week on a Thursday. Does Eddie Hearn have something with this event or not?
Oh, absolutely, fuck no. This shit is I mean, bro, I was just posting up the motherfucking press conferences on the gram and shit, because the nigga always working, you feel me? But I was looking and I'm like, damn, that's how many people came to the weigh-in. Like, it looked like it was just the media people up in there, like the shit. And then they built the fucking stadium that they gonna tear down, and I don't know, bro. Eddie Hearn, I don't know, bro. He just ain't got it, man. I kind of get the theme of what he's trying to do, but right now, man, at this current time in America, bro, people are grieving and mourning Kobe Bryant, man. Abel Mahora is absolutely right, man. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about this fight tomorrow, man, except you dudes like us, you're a hardcore boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? You from Philly and you know Tim Informer or something like that, or you might be from Rhode Island or Connecticut somewhere. You might know or be a fan of Andrade. You might know about the fight. But for the most part, man, Eddie Hearn, he don't got it, bro. He don't got it, man. This gonna be another Matchroom USA failure, man. But it might do good off these YouTubers. See, that's another thing too. Like Eddie Hearn using them YouTubers to do good numbers. You know what I'm saying? So this Powell kid, man, he might carry the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Andrade ain't gonna be able to sell it. You know what I'm saying? That's why he on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? But niggas ain't talking about that though. But that's all I got, man.
Jeez Louise, bro. Y'all boys rough, man. Y'all boys hell, man. And KP from KC 5, that's that old bullshit, bro. He said the fight card should be called an eye for an eye. That's that old bullshit. That's that old bullshit right there. Stormy B, man. So Greasy Eddie, man, is delivering a fight Super Bowl weekend in the same city as the Super Bowl. Does he have something with this event or not?
Fuck no. Listen, this is the thing. And shout out to the boxing spreadsheet, because I'm going to use one of his lines here. He's fucking chucking darts, right? And he's looking to hit a target, but he been missing like a motherfucker. So he way behind in points. This is the funny thing. He is trying to find a niche, and he's playing with other people's money doing all of this. But the funny thing is that he's not being successful at all. As the brothers already stated, this is the Super Bowl week, and going into the big game, and people are in town doing other things, and they got other focuses. We had this tragic event with Kobe Bryant, RIP to Kobe and his family, and the people that perished in that accident. But it's like he's just shooting in the dark here. It didn't have to be Super Bowl week or whatever. I don't think he's doing this like, hey, let's do it on Super Bowl week. I just don't believe he's thought things through. When the PBC announced last year that they were going to have a year full of fight cards, the dates were strategically planned throughout the year. And it gave us very little rest. We had a few weeks of, it was nothing happening, but it was so few and far between that they fed us a healthy diet of boxing. This man is just trying to interject. And a lot of times when you do that, it's like when you're standing in a standing room only situation in a crowd and you're trying to look and get a better view, but people are blocking you out and everything. That's what's happening with him and his promotions. So no, he's not crazy like a fox. He's not doing something coming in slick or whatever. He's actually misrepresenting these fighters too. And then when you look at how he's trying to put these fighters, these YouTube guys on cards, if you give people quality matches, they'll come for quality matches. All this other stuff is just circus acts. And you could watch the circus in different cities at different times of the year.
Damn. Oh, man. Jeez Louise. My brother, stay ready, man. Give me does Eddie Hearn have something with this event on a Thursday, Super Bowl week in the same city as the Super Bowl? Give me your thoughts, bro.
Fuck no.
Damn.
Let me be honest with y'all. What kind of promotion is this? I done said it in multiple places, though. But think about this. It's Super Bowl week, and you have it on a Thursday night. The people not even flying in for the Super Bowl until Friday, because that's when all the partying and all the events start. So why are you even doing it on a Thursday night? Because nobody's going to leave the fight to go party at one of the Super Bowl events. Damn. Everybody's not even in town. So that's stupid as fuck. Why you even do it in Miami and you know that Super Bowl weekend? I guarantee you everybody in London know this is Super Bowl weekend. Motherfuckers in South America and Antarctica know this is Super Bowl weekend. Nigga, people in the Aborigines in New Zealand know this Super Bowl weekend. And you decide to have it in the same city as the Super Bowl. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Everybody's money is spent on shit going on for the Super Bowl. The hoes going down there to mess with the ballers, and the ballers down there trying to have a good time at these parties and find some hoes. That's what Super Bowl weekend is, and then go watch some football. Ain't nobody thinking about boxing. It's the wrong goddamn city. It's the wrong promotional event. If you was gonna have a fight, you should have did something like the PBC did with you guys and Mike Dallas Jr. It's nowhere close to Miami where they having the Super Bowl, and it's gonna be on TV. And people that can't go to the Super Bowl, guess what? They can go watch some motherfucking boxing. Eddie Hearn, you was one dumbass. You was one stupid motherfucker.
Damn. Sheesh. Like, all right. I guess I'm alone by myself on this one. I happen to think that this is actually a good idea. I think that in order to bring now I'm not saying that Eddie Hearn won't find a way to fuck it up, but I will say that I've been one of the people I'm a champion for these boxing entities to put these events in the same vicinity as these major events, i.e. that shit was epic when I was in Atlanta and there was the Peach Bowl with the college football playoffs, and then right across the street, as soon as the Peach Bowl was over, we walked right across the street to the fight. I thought that it was, I think it's a good idea. As far as and then actually promoting it and kind of putting it on with the event, I think kind of, maybe kind of naming it or promoting it as the kickoff to the Super Bowl weekend. It's the first event of the Super Bowl weekend or something like that. It is on a Thursday, so it's out of the way of everything else. They're also having a party, I think, afterwards that Mushroom Boxing or the Zone is paying for. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good idea theoretically. Now the execution might be a little off, but I think that there should be these attachment to these big events that are big events in America. You understand what I'm saying? The Super Bowl is a big event in America. I think attaching a fight to the Super Bowl and having that fight card maybe kick off the Super Bowl is a decent idea. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a great idea, actually. Not so sure about the actual the actual factuals. Not so sure about the application of it, man. So but I think it's a good idea. Will Eddie fuck it up? Probably so, but I think he's actually got something with this idea, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. But the last question, man, before we get ready to get out of here, let's talk about it's either one of the Showtimes, man. It's either Showtime Sean Porter or Showtime Boxing. I think we're gonna talk about Showtime Boxing, and we'll talk about Showtime Sean Porter next show. Showtime Boxing, man. The brother Steven Espinosa has been out, basically just kind of playing a little small violin, man. Just whining, wah, bitch, you a baby. About nobody wants to fight on here in the PBC, and they're taking all of our fighters and they're spreading it out. It's too much boxing on TV and we can't compete. Wah, bitch, you a baby. 503 Line, man, give me your thoughts on Steven Espinosa, man, and his thoughts, his interview, and what he's talking about with regard to the sport of boxing and it's being too much boxing on TV.
I mean, shit, bro. When a nigga getting his ass whooped, man, he'll say anything to get a nigga up off of him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Steven Espinosa doing, man. He tried to wave it a white flag, man, because the nigga getting beat at his own game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and shit, you gotta put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to Trio earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like the OGs were saying, like the best way to compete with that is signing these fighters to exclusive deals, man. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna have to do, man. You're gonna have to try to lock down Big Charlo, Tank. Because a lot of and another thing too, man. A lot of these fighters built their careers off of Showbox and Showtime Boxing and HBO, you know what I'm saying? AJ, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, a lot of these guys then came through Showtime, you know what I'm saying? So they definitely have their own right and say so in boxing. You know what I'm saying? But he getting beat at his own game, like PBC, what Al Heyman Fox doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Then you still got ESPN doing their thing. You got Top Rank doing their thing, the zone. So it's hard, bro. You got to keep up, man. It's a fight damn near every other week. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I feel him, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? His best bet is to try to lock some of these fighters down, bro. That's what I got on him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Give me your thoughts, man. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast, man. Give me your thoughts on this boy Espinosa, man. Is it sour grapes?
Well, I mean, it could be sour grapes, but it could be another thing too that the tide is starting to turn against Showtime because, the thing is that, that you're biting the hand that feeds you at the moment, and this is a mistake that HBO made, which is one of the reasons why they went out of business. So the bottom line, here's what I think. If I were running Showtime, here's what I would change: the commentating crew. Okay, Mr. Bernstein, respect to him. He's a decent commentator, but he just needs to go. Paul Malignaggi, get him out of there too, because and you guys heard that he's actually now banned from the Wilder and Fury 2 involved fight there as well. Good.
I didn't hear that, but that is good.
Good, because I don't want to ever see that dude ever again. The guy's been hating on Wilder for years. Good riddance. But my thing is, change the commentating crew, but also you got to also provide decent fights for the consumer to come and get your product. Now, if you're claiming that PBC is stealing fighters from you, then you need to do something to really get the PBC back to your network again. You can't just sit on the old guard every single time. Again, this is how HBO went out of business because they stopped promoting, top fighters in America. They went away. They went to the Eastern European route, and as a result, the fans crapped all over the product, and which is one of the reasons why HBO said goodbye to boxing. So they got to find a way to keep evolving, because if you don't evolve with the industry, then you're gonna basically be left out of it. And right now, PBC is the big goose that they're trying to chase. And I think right now that Showtime is kind of like slacking a little bit. That's what my perspective is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother Stormy B, man, what you got on that one, man? What you think? Is it sour grapes from Espinosa?
I don't have a lot to offer on that particular question there, Junior. I really don't.
Yes, indeed. Straight to it. My brother, Stay Ready Boxing, man. What's your thoughts on it, bro? You on mute, Stay Ready.
Like the OG said earlier, you should have signed the exclusive deals. You could have had Wilder on the cheap. Now it's gonna cost you big bucks. Hey, it's your own fault. I ain't got nothing more to say to that. It's your own fault on that.
Yep. And you know what? Let me give you a historical example too. Because remember, back in the early 90s, and this is something that I actually researched too myself, Mike Tyson was actually willing to re-sign with HBO for a little bit less money. But what did he wanted? He wanted HBO to get rid of Larry Merchant because they did a series where they were talking stuff about Mike Tyson's personal life, which is true, by the way. But the bottom line is, you don't fight against the guy that is basically making you all the money. And because of that, Mike Tyson left to Showtime for a lot more money. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. HBO talked crap about Mayweather for years. What did Mayweather do? He took his ball and left the Showtime and and became the richest athlete in sports. Now the shoe's on the other foot. Now Showtime lost his major attraction in Wilder, and now Fox is reaping the benefits. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, and then they want to say it's too much boxing on TV. How? That's what the fans want. Real fans of boxing want as much boxing as we can get. If I could watch the shit every day, I wouldn't watch regular TV.
Thank you. That's the thing. Listen, we've been preaching for more boxing on free TV for decades. All right.
Yeah, give it.
Since the HBO Wild World of Sports, where they broadcasted most of the heavyweight championship fights back in the 60s and early 70s. Right, Stay ready?
Yeah. It is what it is.
And the thing about it, though, man, for me is that, you know, this is just the chicken for coming home to roost, because boxing used to be on free TV with the World Rider Sports and all that kind of stuff, and then they took it from us and they put it on these. They took it out of the cities, put it on these exclusive cable networks, and it was no longer free or whatever the case may be. And now the tide has turned, and they're putting it back on free TV and so on and so forth, and they can't keep up. What they should have done was they should have sealed the deal with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. They should have cleared out the budget, and they should have signed him for $100 million contract. That's what they should have done. They should have done the shit that all these other networks are talking about doing. They're saying that they signed Canelo Alvarez to $365 million, or they signed AJ to $100 million, or whatever the case may be. They should have literally signed that they should have signed him to an exclusive contract. They should have taken 3 to 4 fighters, signed them to exclusive contracts, and what's left, you understand what I'm saying, is the money that they should use for the show box and the Showtime, the Next Generation, and Showtime After Dark and all that other shit. Period. That's how the shit should have went. But they didn't, because they just thought that Wilder was just no way in the world he was going to leave anywhere else, and so on and so forth. And then guess what? A bigger bag came along, a bigger opportunity came along, a better promotional outfit came along, or a better promotional network came along, because when you're dealing with Fox, now you're talking about, that's a one-stop shop, bro. That is a big promotion. That is marketing. That's everything, bro. You feel me? That's what they should have done. So it's sour grapes, man, but you do it how it go. That's the game, man. That's the game. And I don't want to, I really don't like the sour grapes from Steven Espinosa, man. It don't look good on him, man. It don't look good on him at all, man. It don't look good. Should have signed those exclusive contracts, those fighters to exclusive deals, and then went ahead and moved forward, man. But as of now, shit, deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? All that bullshit running around. I remember Espinosa calling Fred an idiot because Fred was talking about Keith Thurman not fighting more than once a year, and all this parading around and trying to give us bullshit and thinking you just gonna be able to parade any old fight out here to us and all that bullshit. Now it's over with for you. On top of the fact that you actually had Wilder on your network. You had him on your network. And what did you do? You decided not to sign him to an exclusive deal. He was fighting exclusively on Showtime. Exclusively, bro. And you let Paulie Malignaggi, you let Steve Farhood, you let all these motherfuckers disrespect the champ. Then you don't open up the bag to the champ. What the fuck you think he gonna do? And he's over there he's gotten, just over the past 2 weeks, he's gotten so much dope promotion from ESPN, and he's not even signing ESPN, bro. He's not even signing ESPN. He signed a Fox, and ESPN is showing you how it goes with regards to promoting the champ. They're not doing the Paulie Malignaggi. They're not doing the Steve Farhood and all those dudes, man. And ultimately, man, at the end of the day, shit, y'all got to deal with it. I don't want to hear no sour grapes from you, though, man. Shit, fuck it. It is what it is. Deal with it. And maybe you do the right thing when it comes to the rest of the fighters, man, period. And that's just what that has to be, man. When it's all said and done, man, I don't want to hear shit from Steven Espinosa, man.
When it comes to saying goodbye,
This has indeed been the Smoke City MobCast. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate y'all. Shout out to the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community. Be sure to visit the website over at www.ldbcsports.com. Credit profile while you're over there. It's absolutely 100% free, man. Thank y'all for hanging in there with us, man. I know we ran a little bit late, man. I'm going to be in trouble when I get upstairs. Got to deal with this woman, but it is what it is. Shout out, man, to all the brothers, all the family, everybody coming through. Really, truly appreciate y'all, man. This is Junior the Truth signing off from the Smoke City MobCast. Never mind who you thought we was. It's the LDBC.
when it comes to saying when it comes to saying When it comes to saying goodbye, so good that I just cannot say.